I'll find a good pencil. Ooh, I do a marker. Rotate the angle of the wait, I can. Interesting. Well, now it's never back wide brush. Hi, what's up? Welcome in. Sorry, I stole the whole canvas. I didn't realize how big I was going. Wasn't a very good hand anyway. I really like this marker texture. I'm trying to see if I can import this to... Export this? I wonder... Whoa. Got crazy depth on this free website. That's crazy. Literally never tried doing brush whatever. I leveled up. I got a new achievement. How do I do it with this? bite their ice cream. Don't. Better get in here. I'm gonna fill this whole canvas. Tried to get in, but I have no idea how. Are you in the Discord? Or do you have access to the Discord in general? Yes. Okay. It should be in the announcements channel. There is a link to the canvas. You're in. Square one is on this side of the head. Is that right? I always forget. Oh my god. You can use more of the canvas if you want. Here, I'll shrink mine down. Got more room. was her hair? I forget how her hair is styled. Hi, what's up? Welcome in. Look at everybody's making stuff. You guys can do. I feel so bad. I have such a reign over the canvas. You guys can go bigger. We can always make more canvases. You got pen pressure settings? Good lord. Whoa, we can do blurs and stuff. Whoa. Okay. Hmm. I gotta find a picture of Maka. Well, morning just dropped real fast to say goodbye. Gotta go. Good luck with the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a good night. I feel like you always go to bed right when I start. Sorry I didn't see your message right away. Gotta be the day my phone stylus breaks. I'm sorry. That sucks. I do it every Friday, so you will have more opportunities, assuming you can get your phone stylus to fix. You have a little tie? Oh, it's tucked into her vest. That's why I don't usually see it. I was like, how does she do her tie? She doesn't. I mean, she does. It's just not present. Doodle more often. This is pretty solid. Oh, guy. I like that we also have a trend of just doing Pikmin. One day he will be an icon, maybe even a sticker. That's nice. Or flower. Whole thing is a plant. That would be a cute. You know what? I don't know if you have access to a 3D printer, but that would be a really cute design for like pot holders, or not pot holders. Sorry, potted plant pots for plants. You could 3D print pots for plants. And I've seen people who do like recycled plastic for their PLA printers, and so that would be a cute idea of like, oh, these are all like locally sourced plastics that I've recycled that I then turn into plastic that I use for this, and I make little potted plant guys so that we can create and recycle. I don't know. That would be cute. Wouldn't be too complicated to put those into a 3D software and just do like an embossed outside on the plant holder plant. so embarrassed if I have these backwards on where they are located on his headband. I'm using my mind's eye, and I'm almost positive circle's on the left. I'm gonna be so embarrassed. I have to look. So, here. Oh, I fucked up. My stupid Chungus life. Big fan. Big fucking fan. Gotta take all my pins off that are Soul Eater related. Oh, little cherry friends. Oh, I like them. Sorry, I got off of my chat because I had to look at my Soul Eater reference. Nobody's here, it's fine. Not nobody's here. Sorry, nobody's chatting. Oh my goodness. What is that one upset with? I have to know the lore. Embarrassed? Oh no. Why are they embarrassed? Wait, they're scared of this one? This one is not threatening in the slightest. shading is really good. How'd you do the shading? Did you do different layers? Or did you do a brush and then did the outline over top of the brush? Like the idea of hiding behind the leaves. No, it's cute. I was just kidding. You don't have to have a reason for it. It's a good doodle. There's no reason that Soul is asleep and Maka's upset. I was just wondering. Bug. We've been invaded. Someone's making a bug. Oh, I like the bug. Oh, stop it. That's that. Okay. What am I doing next? That's enough Soul Eater. I used a chalky brush and an outline. I see. I like how painterly it looks, which is not what I normally do. Yeah, I mean, I would call your stuff illustrative. Maybe not painterly, you're right, but it does have, like, detail and more expressive colors than mine, for instance. In that regard, it's painterly, but... Taking up this whole corner. Okay. Do we want to do an interactive game? Since we're all here. Or do we want to finish whatever we can finish what we're working on and then do a game. This is your doodling. It's good doodling. I have different modes as well. I've come to realize that I have, like, illustration mode, I have animation mode, I have coloring animation mode, and I have doodling mode. Like, I just have different art styles for each medium, or, like, mindsets that I have. But the brush strokes are always pretty much the same. It's just a matter of the style. We're going to do a game, because I have an idea for a game that we could all participate in. Simultaneously. Have you heard of the Squiggle game? Squiggle game. So I used to play this with my friends on rainy days at recess, where you get a notebook or whatever, some shared piece of paper, and so you have somebody draw a squiggle, and then the other person has to finish the squiggle as not a final render, but like an idea. You have to be able to recognize it as, like, finishing the doodle, and now it's, well, this is a bad squiggle. You can rotate it, you can do whatever you want to make it, like, a thing, and then you add to it, and now it's a dragon breathing fire. Right? You can't erase any of the other stuff, which is perfect for this because you can't erase other people's drawing sections. You can cover them up, but can't erase other people's stuff. And so what I'm purporting is that everybody passes a squiggle around, and somebody has to you finish the squiggle, and that's all it is. There's no, like, time limit or anything. It's just a matter of, like, oh, what did you do with my squiggle? Okay. But we need all participants to be willing and able. Is everybody in the chat also in the canvas? Because if I have random people in the canvas, then I won't be able to communicate this to people. I believe Spitfire is the only one. I don't know if they can... Okay, Spitfire can hear me. You want to do squiggles? Okay, so I'll do a squiggle for Wolvern. Wolvern, you do a squiggle for Spitfire. Spitfire, you do a squiggle for me. And then we just have that triangle. And then we can switch who gets what squiggle. Yes? I'll draw you a squiggle real quick. I'll give it to you in your little corner down here. There is your squiggle. Do with it what you will. And then Wolverine, you give Spitfire a squiggle, and Spitfire, you give me a squiggle. Whoa, that's a squiggle. Your very own squiggle. I gave you very little to work with, but that also gives you a lot more freedom, I think. Spitfire, if you want to give me a squiggle somewhere over here. Sensing some technical difficulty. Good. That's my squiggle. Alright. Let's do something with it. Oh, god. There we go. Hi, welcome in. What is up? Alright, what am I gonna do with my squiggle? I have a couple of ideas. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing all right. We are doing community drawing board. I'm not sure if you're in here or not. But we're doing a little squiggle game, and I'll explain it again as I'm drawing my squiggle, or finishing my squiggle. But if you'd like to participate, feel free to hop in. If you're in the Discord, you can access the link. You can join, and then you can play the squiggle game with us. Five. Is that right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Well. As much as I would love to join, it is 3:30 a.m. and I don't have much brain power. No, you're good. maybe next time. But I appreciate you being here despite the time difference. Alright, I'm taking as much time as I want on this doodle. You guys can be done if you want. You guys can do whatever. I'm spending a lot of time on my doodle. Trying to challenge myself to be more creative, you know? Because I don't often doodle, and I feel like it's a very important art form to just let your mind wander. And that's kind of what this exercise is. Like, I genuinely will do this with my friends if I'm like, hey, I need new ideas. Let's doodle. So just a helpful little thing. If you're ever out of stuff, you can just be like, oh, I'll draw a squiggle, and how would I finish it? Or on a Rubik's Cube. Wait, I have one. I have one on my desk. You know, there's blue and orange, red, green, yellow, white. I did a whole project on toys from the 80s in high school. And, so I should know my Rubik's Cubes better. I think I'm correct, but let's get dark green. I'll leave one of them white. I'll leave two of them white. Yeah. Okay. I'm done with my doodle. I was awake and I saw the notification, so I hopped on. This is what's going on. What we're doing. Let's see what else. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, we're still going with the doodles. Okay, cool. I thought I was the only one. Dang, these are fun. Man, I have such talented people in my Discord. anybody out there who has, just in all of humanity, who has the capacity to look at a line that somebody makes and to be able to immediately recreate it. You know what I mean? Like for this doodle exercise where like if somebody saw me make my doodle line, my squiggle, and then they just immediately repurposed it or were able to recreate it. That would be crazy. Because there's kind of those abilities that exist in other capacities, in other formats, where like people have photographic memories, and so they can use that for like being detectives or like being scientists, you know, in effective ways. How do you apply that knowledge? So there's like photographic memories, there's people who have like perfect palates for cooking or being a food critic or, you know, whatever, chef of sorts. Perfect pitch for people who are musicians. So I wonder if there's an equivalent for art. I guess you could still use a photographic memory for art in some way, you know, like memorizing art history and having that at your disposal whenever, or like memorizing a color palette. Like there's probably some equivalent where it's like you have perfect color recognition. Much to think about. Somebody invent that quick. Craft me the perfect artist in a lab. A photograph, because if you can't apply the photographic memory to your dexterity, then there's no point. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to have perfect recognition and perfect motor skill, like motor repetition. I recently learned, I was watching Corridor Digital. I don't know if anybody watches them, but they do a lot of VFX breakdowns of movies and stuff. And they found a short film where some guy did stop motion animation of himself with a bunch of lighting and like speed tricks and ways that he just manipulated the camera to make it look like he was moving much faster than he was. And they found out that he made it by himself. He didn't have somebody behind the camera taking pictures of him. He would take pictures of himself moving around the studio, and then he remembered exactly what position he was in and went back and got into position after he had manipulated a bunch of stuff around him. And it was crazy. And so that's kind of what inspired that thought, was there's got to be a similar way, like learning that you have that ability and then utilizing it to your advantage. Like, how do you recognize that you're able to do that in the first place? Other than like playing statues at recess or something, and people are like, "You moved," and you're like, "No, I didn't. I remember exactly what position I was after I moved," and you don't know shit. I'm trying to avoid. I know I could be using the fill tool. I'm trying to avoid coloring everybody else's stuff in. If I have gaps, which I almost certainly guarantee I do. I also recognize that an octopus is kind of a cop-out in terms of squiggles go, because octopus can take on any form, essentially. They are shapeshifters of the deep. Oh, I bet it's because I'm on the bottom layer. I think it makes a new layer for each person that joins. And since I started the canvas, I think that means that I'm on the bottom layer. I'm learning. Octopuses are real-life mimics. Some literally pretend to be rocks. They are crazy as hell. They do nut stuff. I've seen them, like, crawl inside of creatures. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Life. Bad horror movie. But there were some interesting thoughts in it. And one of those thoughts was that, there was a Martian that they discovered that, like, crawls inside of things and, like, inhabits their body. And, that's what octopus do. Like, they'll crawl inside of a crab shell. Just, like, manipulate it from the inside. Not a crab shell. What are those called? Not an urchin. Shit. There's something that, like a hermit... No, not a hermit crab. What am I thinking? There's a creature that they can get inside of the shell and just, like, rip them apart from the inside. They do some fucked up shit down there. Somebody's gotta stop them. I recently learned that there's a breed of squid, they're like red king squid or something, that will kill scuba divers. They'll just, like, straight up drag them under the water, hold them underwater until they run out of oxygen, and then just let them drown. Or they'll, like, start manipulating their oxygen tanks and, like, rip them out of their mouth. Like, crazy shit. Crazy that they recognize that we need that apparatus to live. And they're like, bet. And I don't blame them. That's why I don't go in the ocean. That's their house. I don't care. I am not going in. There we go. Now I can fill. Safely. Who's Phil? Sorry, I'm just yapping. Okay. I think I'm done. Everybody else done? Oh my god. Stop it. Oh, I closed the tab. Oh well. Oh well. They are very good at camouflage, I do know that. Like, better than chameleons as far as I'm aware. Like, they can change color all over their entire body. And they have the ability to, like, they're amorphous. They're what is the term? Invertebrates? So they can literally squeeze through any hole that is bigger than their beak, I think, because the only part of their body that they can't squish is their mouth. So they can fit into any hole that is bigger than their beak. Crazy. No, you don't have to do pencils down. You're good. If you want to be done, you're fine. If you want to keep going, you're good too. I was done, and I feel like I was taking the longest, but I could be wrong. Oh, look at the elephant. Nice. Big fan, big fan. Alright, cool. Do we have another user in? A new challenger? Here comes a new challenger. Objection. That's a different. Those are two different. Here comes a new challenger. Is that Final Fight? Final Fight? What's the one? I only know Terry because of Smash Bros, which is embarrassing. I think that's Final Fight, and I think that is the announcement sound for when a new challenger is coming. Or is that Street Fighter? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, we can be done. We can do another round. Let's sort out who all is here. Lee the boy. It's Lee. I don't know if you're in the chat. If you can hear me, draw a smiley face. Yay. Nay. That's all I can do about that. That's good. I don't know if Slee can hear me, but that's okay. We can do doodles. They can keep drawing whatever they want over there. Do we want to do another round? Or do we want to go back to doodling what we want? Keeping in mind that I have about an hour left. That was fun. Okay, cool. Anyone else have any input? You decide. Who's next? How do you like your squiggle? I like my squiggle. I like my octopus. Although I do, again, feel like it was a bit of a cop-out to do an octopus just because, like, they are so amorphous. They can fit literally any shape. So they could be any squiggle formation I could make them fit into. But I like it. I like my colors. I don't hate the pose. Actually, let me do... No, I like the white eyes. They're fine. I don't think Slee can hear me. Maple? Any insight? Do you like your squiggle, Wolvern? Sometimes in life, you just have to cop out. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, you're just like, that's an octopus. That's an octopus. Oh, octopus. This one's interesting. That could be an octopus. It's always an octopus. I don't know. I still made it fit the shape. I did my best. We can do another round if we'd like. Who did mine last time? I believe Spitfire did mine. So Maple, if you want to do mine this time. Not Maple, sorry. Lone Wolf, Wolvern, if you want to do mine. And then I'll do Spitfire's. And then Spitfire, you do Lone Wolvern. I don't draw elephants, so I hope it came out. Oh yeah, that's super good elephant. I was like, no doubt elephant. That to me is like, if it's a good drawing, it's recognizable, and that's all it has to be. I do feel bad when I play, what's that game? Win, loser, or what is it? Win, loser, draw, or is it Scattergory? No, not Scattergories. What's that game? There's a game where you play and the people guess what you're drawing as you're drawing it, and then you get points if they can guess what it is faster or whatever. Shit, I can't remember it right now. Anyway, I feel bad when I can't guess what people are doing, and then after somebody guesses it, they're like, ah! And then we reassess, and we're like, that's not what that is. You shouldn't have been able to guess that. I love what Spitfire did. Yeah, Spitfire's great. Everyone's is great. Charades. Yeah, it's charades, but with drawing. Why can't I think of the name of that game? Pictionary? Is it Pictionary? Hold on. Why am I blanking on that? That's not what I wanted. Pictionary. Charades-inspired word guessing game. Game is played in teams with players trying to identify specific words from their teammates based on what they draw. Okay, yeah. Pictionary. There it is. Figured it out. Scribio. Scribio. That sounds familiar too. There's another game too that I have that it's like drunk Pictionary. The idea being that if you draw something and then you pass it and the next person has to guess what it is, and then they write their guess and then they pass it to somebody else, and then based on what that prompt is, they draw something new, and you just keep drawing and then guessing and then drawing and then guessing until it gets back to you. That one's fun too. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sure it has many names, but Pictionary is the name brand that I thought of. Anywho, so let's do another round of squiggles. Wolverine, you draw Spitfire. No, sorry. Wolverine, you draw mine. I'll draw Spitfire. Spitfire, you draw Wolverine. You draw one for Wolverine. Sorry. To be specific. Yes? Does that make sense? Is that the order that we didn't do? Yes. Okay. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Okay. Gartic phone. Oh, yeah, Gartic does that too. Yeah. Okay. Let me draw you one, Maple. Oops, let me do black. Okay. Bonus points for hands. Oh, man. I wonder if I can force this to look like hands. I love this little dot right there. The implications are wild. I want that to be like... I see something for that. I like that doodle. Not that I don't like the one that you gave me. But this one I have so many ideas. Anyway. Oh, I better get to work. Oh, dear. Whoa. Oh. Oh, man. It's so asymmetrical, too. Wow. Oh, man. Are you making an octopus up there? Oh, I like that one too. Dang it, I have nothing. I still haven't started. Okay. I'm just gonna start. And I'm just gonna... I don't want to ruin my drawing. We're just gonna imply a line there. I figured I might as well. Go with a bigger brush. It's fine. Wait, what are we doing? There you are. We're doing doodles. You're good to keep going. We're doing the squiggle game where like we draw a squiggle for each other, and then we have to finish the squiggle and make it like a cohesive idea. But you're free to keep drawing over there. I'm sure you feel left out. I feel bad now. You are welcome to join next round. Try to make this work. This work. Saw the bun. I thought you were drawing Toto. I love the squiggle game. Hey, what's up? Ooh, what is up? Oh, it's a rattlesnake. Ooh. I was thinking octopus. I thought you were making fun of me. All over your elephant. I'm getting big vampire vibes. More space. We're gonna need more space for the next one for sure. See if I can't move my layers. Oh, it's the Jonkler. I see. Tangled up fingers. It's a thumb war. Your drawing is amazing. Agree. I ruined everybody else's drawings. There you go. Now you can successfully cover up my drawing. Your elephant remains untouched, and your rattlesnake remains cool. I just realized I kind of spelled cool on accident. In cursive. Like it never. I suck at drawing people. That's alright. Takes a lot of practice. The more you do it, the better you get. Escape painting, that's what I was going for. Whoa. Joker is scary. I like the Joker as a character. I like Batman so much, but start the next round, and that'll probably, well, I guess it won't take the whole time. Maybe it'll go. You might be able to sneak another one in. We're gonna do another, or a new board. That's what I was gonna say. Is Lee, are you in? Is my Joker getting a Batman? Maybe. Depends on the squiggles we get. Oh, were you saying Slee? Yeah, Slee is drawing Batman. Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead. Do Batman. I really want to get an issue of Absolute Batman. I don't usually like Batman, but I did see some Absolute Batman snippets, and it does look badass that he's just snapping people's arms in half. Specifically, snapping Nazis in half, but, you know, that's always a plus. I also love how big he is. Like, it's very funny. We can move on. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go to the next canvas. If everybody is good for me to... Damn it. Everybody is good for me to move on. Yay? Nay? Okay, I made a new board. You should be able to access it if you're watching the stream. Hopefully. If you go down to this bottom corner, there's a little film reel, and I believe you can just move yourself over if you click on the next board. I don't know if you guys are able to also make boards separately. I feel like you can, but don't do that. Just go to this next board. Then we have way more room for squiggles. Okay. Slee, are you participating? Yay. Okay, cool. So, let's do... I'll draw a squiggle for Slee. Slee, you can draw a squiggle for Wolvern. Wolvern, you draw a squiggle for Ember. Spitfire, I don't know where I got Ember from. Spitfire, you draw me a squiggle. I want to play... Oh, yeah. Sorry, let me put that in the chat. Hold on, I'll start yet. Yeah, one more person. Wait. I don't believe anybody's going to be a jerk and join and draw a bunch of dicks or anything, so I'll just put it in the chat. That is the link to... I misclicked and made a new board. That's okay. I can erase it. There we go. I don't have permission. Never mind. You can delete it if you do the triple dots and move the bin. That is the link to the drawing board, Lisa. All right, everybody in? Yeah, okay. So, let's have... What did I say? Lee, you can draw one for Wolvern. Wolvern, you draw one for Lisa. Lisa, you draw one for Spitfire. Spitfire, you draw one for me. And I will draw one for Lee. Everybody got their order? This is for Lee. What did I say is drawing mine? Spitfire. Yeah, maybe we should do assigned colors. That's okay. Lee, this one's yours. Spitfire, this one's for me. Okay. Well, wowie. Um. Said, yeah, Wolverine, you've got sleeves. Okay, cool. Everybody's got their assigned doodles. Spitfire, I think this one's yours. Yes, this one is. Okay, everybody's got theirs. Cool, cool, cool. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I kind of just want to make it a little guy. Ooh. Ooh. I'm thinking. I'm bad at this. This is a great exercise because now I'm forcing myself to get better at drawing from imagination. Can't do it. I do like the idea that it's just a little, like, little nose. Zero's eyes. They were bigger. Reminds me of the pink elephants too. I'll do a pink elephant. TikTok of pink elephants dance, and I am shocked that it's still up on TikTok because it was like the entirety, and they left all the music in. And Disney is so litigious that I was just like, that's crazy that they didn't break your kneecaps. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Photoshop shortcuts, but if you ever need to like grab a color that you see that you like, or if you're like switching between colors, a lot of colors often, you can do while you're on the brush tool, you can hold Alt on your keyboard, and then it'll like automatically go to the eyedropper, and you can just source the color that you want. Just let go, and then you can switch back to your brush. If that's helpful. I don't know how many people are on their phone versus PC versus. Whoa, I like that one a lot. Whoa. I gave you free hand canvas, dang. Oh, it doesn't rag. Wait. The old-fashioned way. I'm gonna erase the note. I don't like the notes. Since it's an elephant. everybody finishes in the next minute, we could do one more squiggle. If you need more time, that is perfectly fine. A little house. I thought it was a little guy. Then I zoomed in and I saw the windows. From a distance, it looks like a little frog with a hat on. I can't stop saying that. Sticky, you're making your frog look with all of the highlights. That is a viscous frog. Specifically made me think of, I just sent a reel to somebody of a guy doing a beatbox. I have so much. Send that too. I want to post it in the Discord because I send too many reels to my friends. There it is. Found it. I'll post it in the Discord. I just turned my volume down. Why is this? Copy link. Putting it in memes. Memes. Where are we? Where is it? There it is. Very specifically, this Your drawing is reminding me of this meme. Did that actually go? Did that link properly? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. Okay, I got 10 minutes. What's the vibe? Do we want to just keep doodling for the next rug struggle? Is he getting beaten by the... Is the bug... Oh, the bug parried the tongue. I see. He's got the Smash Bros. Parry eyes. Alright. Are we good to just continue doodling? I don't know if we have enough time to do another squiggle game, but... I got 10 minutes. Keep that in mind. Do the doodle? Okay. We'll just have fun, hang out, do some doodles. Let's do... I don't know that we have enough room, so we can just do another page. I'm going to the next board. You can continue drawing if you want on that one. Finish your doodles, but I'm going to move to this one. Some empty canvas, do some wrapping up. knew exactly what you were gonna do. I knew exactly what you were gonna do. As soon as you drew a rounded edge around my feet, I was like, goddamn skateboard. Oh, and that's my time. So funny. Okay. Yeah, finish your skateboard. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, finish your skateboard. Oh! So much fun. Okay. Got it. Fixing it. There we go. So much better. That's real. Basically a figure drawing. He was a skater boy. He said, "See you later, boy." Alright. I'm gonna screen grab each of these. I have to wrap up. I'm gonna screen grab these, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. Get your doodles in. You're also free to screen grab these after you finish. If you want to keep drawing after I leave, that's completely fine. But yeah. Okay, cool. You guys are free to stay in the canvas. Totally fine. Had fun. We'll do this again. I like the idea of doing the doodle, the squiggles. I'll try and think of some other fun games we can do. I was also thinking we do the character wheel, but everybody participate, and you draw the characters that show up on the wheel. And then I'll put the characters back on. That'll be separate from when I do my actual timed characters. But that would be a fun way to do prompts and stuff. Or gestures or something. We'll figure it out. We'll play by ear. Whoever shows up gets to decide what we do. That's how the rules go. So you better show up if you want to participate. Anywho, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hopefully you learned something. If you didn't, you better be here next time.